Hello viewers, this is attorney Naresh M. Gehi, and very often I come across a situation wherein an American national comes to India, gets married, and then the Indian spouse visits America. And after they visit America and they get the green card, they generally get a 2-year conditional green card. The marriage does not last. And because this spouse is new in America, sometimes she gets subjected to a tremendous amount of abuse. He or she is abused because the other spouse wants to take full advantage of you. Sometimes they ask for dowry. Sometimes they beat them up. Sometimes they torture them. And they also threaten them that if you make a police complaint, I will get you arrested and I will get you deported from the United States of America. The sad thing is that this Indian spouse who's living in America is very scared because it's a foreign country for her, and she is now under the impression that she does not have any rights. So what this American family does sometimes is they put this person on the plane and send them back to India. This is not the first time I've heard this. We hear this on a regular basis from people from India that my daughter got married, my son got married, and after he went to America, he was abused, he was tortured. But this does not happen, from every American family, because there are many good American families, but this happens in some situations. If you are in that situation wherein you are forced to return back to India after you got your green card, or you're forced to leave the US after being a victim of tremendous abuse, guess what? There may be light at the end of the tunnel for you under the battered spouse provision of the Immigration and Nationality Law. This falls under VAWA. VAWA means Violence Against Women's Act. But remember that the Violence Against Women's Act also applies to men equally. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, and if you have been subjected to torture, and if you have been subjected to extreme cruelty, you may still have rights. Now people ask me, Mr. Gehi, I'm all the way in India. What rights do I have? What you can do is you can consider an action wherein you can file for your green card on your own, because the Violence Against Women's Act allows you to self-sponsor the green card, which means that now the US citizen spouse is not cooperating with you at all. But if you have been a victim of torture, if you have been subjected to extreme cruelty, the law allows you to self-sponsor yourself for a green card. So take an example that this lady, her name is Mary. Mary comes to the United States and she gets married to John Doe. Now John is an American citizen. He's abusing Mary, who's from India, and now Mary cannot take this torture. She came on this temporary green card, and John put her on the flight after beating her up, stole her money, and told her, please get out from here. And this poor lady, or this man, had to go back to India on this temporary green card. And now the green card is about to expire. He's scared, should I come back? Because John told him, do not even think about coming back. I'm going to write a letter to immigration. I'm going to let them know that you should be ordered deported. Do not be scared. You have rights under the law. This is why the Violence Against Women's Act was enacted, for people who have undergone torture, for people who have been subjected to extreme cruelty. If you are in a situation wherein you were in the US, and if you're married to a US citizen, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, and after that, if you were subjected to extreme cruelty, you have rights under American law. Look into the battered spouse provision. Look into the Violence Against Women's Act, which is equally applicable to men. Do not give up your green cards, because do not get scared of bullies in life. If you have been bullied, if you have been fooled, if you have been belittled, you have rights under American law. Read the law and stand up for your rights, and then apply or use the battered spouse provision to get your green card.